Hi guys, welcome to another day of video preschool. I miss you guys at pre-K. I thought I'd come outside today so you could look at something a little different. Hopefully you've all been outside as well, enjoying the extra time to just play in your yards with your family. And I hope you've also been doing some of the things I left for you in your folder and that I talked to you about in our first video. All right, well, we're in a new month now. I told you we were going to get to the next one, and you know what it is. January, February, March, and April. It's now April. April is exciting. There are a couple things that I can think of that are really exciting about April. Eva's birthday's in April, right, Eva? And Easter. So we'll have some special videos for both of those things. Keep up your calendars. New month. I don't have my calendar with me, but check the back of yours to figure out what our new pattern is for April. Keep saying your days of the week and singing your months of the year and filling out your calendar every day. I hope you're all doing your morning warm-ups, sometimes at least. It is fun. We've always had fun doing it, and I know you could get your family involved. Do your jumping jacks and your push-ups. You're spinning in circles, count by 5s and 10s while you do it. If you really want a good workout, you could count by 1s all the way to 100. Keep working on your 100 number chart. What I think would be fun with your numbers would be to find some index cards or some post-it notes, or you could even cut up some paper. Have one of your parents or your older siblings write a bunch of numbers on there between 0 and 100. You can put them on the floor like we have done at school and jump on them to find them. But what I think would be really fun is what if you had one of your parents or an older sibling hide different numbers all around the house. And then you could have a scavenger hunt. Go find them, and then you have to tell them what number it is that you found. Or even you could do that, right? You could make your own scavenger hunt. You could write numbers down. But you have to make sure you know what they are, between 0 and 100, and you could hide them for your siblings or mom, dad, grandpa, whoever's in your house. You could have scavenger hunts that way and find your numbers, and that way you could work on your numbers but still have fun. You could do it inside or outside, whatever sounds good to you. If the sun is out, get outside and do it. Okay, so that's some things I want you to do for math, working on numbers. I already told you to keep working on your pennies and nickels and dimes. What I'm really going to talk about today is science. I know you all love science. So on Monday, I talked to you about the hedgehog. And he was from which continent? Do you remember? North America, South America, Europe. He was from Europe. So we're going to move on to our next one. So hopefully you've already started singing that song with me. North America, South America, Europe, Asia. Asia is our next continent. And the animal I'm going to talk about today lives on the continent of Asia, but specifically he lives in the country of China. This guy, you'll know him. He's a panda bear. He's cute, isn't he? So panda bears look a little different from our black and brown bears. You can easily identify them by their black and their white colorings. It is a really neat animal. You probably already know some things about him, but let me tell you a little bit more. So even though he's a really big bear, he mostly eats. All the time what he eats is bamboo. Maybe you've seen that growing somewhere. He chews on bamboo for at least 12 hours a day. That's a long time to be eating. At least 12 hours a day. He's not like other bears. He actually does not hibernate. On Monday we talked about hedgehogs and how they hibernate for the winter. They store up lots of food and then they go and sleep from November through March. But this guy doesn't hibernate. And the reason he doesn't hibernate is because he really only eats bamboo. And so he can't store up all that fat and make it all winter without eating. So because he only eats bamboo, he doesn't have enough fat to sleep all winter. He has to be awake all winter so he can keep on eating those 12 to 16 hours a day. And even though they're really big animals, what I thought was interesting about them is they're very flexible, and they even do somersaults. Can you guys do somersaults? Could try one right now. These big bears like to just stretch out, do somersaults, move their bodies all around. And because they're flexible, they actually can sleep in a bunch of different ways. They can sleep on the ground or leaned up against a tree. And sometimes they even sleep on the branches of a tree. That would be funny to see because they're so big and they just stretch out. I'm giving your parents a link so that you can watch real pandas at a real zoo in Atlanta. They have a camera on them in their habitat at the zoo, and so you can log on and see what they're doing. Maybe you'll see one of them doing somersaults or just stretching out. Probably you'll see them eating if they eat so much. So I'm gonna pass that link along to your parents and log on and see what real pandas are doing right now. Don't forget to keep going over your phonics. I uploaded another little video reading the phonics cards if you don't have them at your house. You can do them with me on video. I'm going to read you a book, and then that will be it for today. I know you guys are working hard and playing hard and having a good time with your family. I went to the classroom and got some of our favorite books. The Beast in the Bathtub. I think I always tell you this is one of my favorites from when I was little. Louis skidded down the stairs and into the living room. "I can't take a bath," he announced. "There's a beast in the bathtub." His mom and dad looked up from the television. "Louis, you have 20 minutes to get into bed with the lights out," said his mom. "I don't care what's in the bathtub. You get upstairs and take a bath this instant." "All right," said Louis, "but you'll be sorry if the beast eats me." He went back upstairs and into the bathroom. He stared at the enormous green beast that sat in the tub. "Move on over, beast," he said. "My mom says I have to take a bath." It was a tight fit, but Louis squeezed between the beast's front claws, and the beast propped his scaly jaw on Louis's head. The only problem then was that Louis couldn't reach the back of his neck. "Beast," said Louis, "would you scrub my neck? And while you're at it, please check behind my ears." The beast used lots of soap for lather. Then he filled his mouth with water and squirted it between his teeth to rinse off Louis. "Hey, that tickles!" Louis cried as water ran down his back. The beast kept squirting, and Louis began to wriggle. Water sloshed over the side of the tub and on to the floor. Louis jumped out, filled a glass with cold water, and tossed it at the beast. "Got you," he said. The beast grinned a toothy grin and slapped his tail. Water sprayed the walls, the sink, the floor, and Louis. "Not fair," Louis cried. "I just evened things up." "Louis," his father called. "What's going on up there?" Uh-oh, Louis said to the beast. He stuck his head out of the bathroom door. "I spilled some water," he called, "but don't worry, I'm wiping it up." Louis and the beast mopped the floor with towels. Then Louis put on his cowboy pajamas and brushed his teeth. The beast didn't wear pajamas. He didn't brush his teeth either. It's not bad being a beast, Louis thought. "Let's get a snack," he suggested. His mom and dad were still watching television. Louis pretended that he and the beast were cattle rustlers trying to sneak by the sheriff and his deputy. They edged past the living room door to the kitchen, and Louis made off with 2 apples. "Easy, old boy," he whispered to the beast. The sheriff and the deputy didn't hear a thing. Louis ate his apple and tossed the core in the wastepaper basket. The beast ate his apple, core and all. "Come on, beast," Louis said. "Let's have a pillow fight." He grabbed one pillow off his bed and hit the beast with it. The beast flipped the other pillow and hit Louis on the head. The 2 pillows flew back and forth. Crash! The beast missed Louis and hit a can of marbles. The marbles bounced to the floor and rolled in every direction. "Oh, for heaven's sake," said Louis's mom. "What's going on up there?" "The marbles fell over," Louis answered, "but I'm picking them up." "Hurry up and get into bed," she called. "Daddy and I will be up in 5 minutes to kiss you goodnight." The beast swept the marbles together with his tail while Louis picked them up. "That's it," Louis said. "We've got them all." He put the can back on the shelf and knelt down to say his prayers. God bless Mommy, God bless Dad, God bless Grandpa and Grandma. Louis peeked through his fingers. The beast was watching him. "And please, God, bless the beast." The beast rubbed his scaly jaw on Louis's shoulder. Louis offered to share his bed, but the beast had other plans. He crawled into the darkness under Louis's bed. Louis pulled the blanket up to his chin, and he waited. Soon he heard his parents on the stairs. "How nice to find you ready," said his mom. She turned off the lamp while his dad turned on the nightlight, and they both kissed him goodnight. Said his mom. "You smell all clean from your bath, Louis." "So there isn't a beast in our bathtub after all?" asked his dad. "Of course not," Louis replied. "Well, that's a relief. Good night, son. Sleep well." Louis listened as the footsteps echoed down the hallway. He waited until they were down the stairs, and then he called, "Of course there's no beast in the bathtub. He's under my bed." All right, that's it for today, guys. Keep up your good work. I miss you all, and I will be back with you next week on video. Bye.